Trim Donato booth area and ask me all the questions you want. But basically what I do is I don't always know what's right, but I usually know what's wrong. So I put down tracing paper and I start scribbling and I draw my figure out of that, layers of tracing paper. So on the far left is the drawing. This particular drawing, I think I found like an old photograph of something from the 20s that sort of inspired it, but mostly it's from imagination. So I did the drawing on the left, and then I drew it into the computer because I had to get approval on it, and I just did the basic lights and darks on the computer. Then I took that drawing and I transferred it onto an illustration board, just so that put it down and just did the basic outlines you see there. First thing I want to do is I want to knock all that white out. So there's an acrylic wash on the left that goes down and just gets the white out. I usually do it in whatever tone I'm looking to do the painting in. What you see on the right is still all acrylic. I'm putting down the basic darks, and I've even used acrylic to put the whites of her flesh down. And what this has affected for me is oils dry very slowly. So by being able to get the acrylics there, I can build up all the lights and darks quickly and move right into the painting process. On the left, oil paintings for me is layers. I put down layers and I build up. On the left is my first oil washes. And I think on the right is similar. And you can see, like in the background, how some of it's starting to actually be realized. And I build it up kind of rough, and I go back and put the details in towards the end. So each of these probably represents, a session, and then a drawing time, and another session. And what you're seeing is a steady progression here. You see different areas where there's more detail. Looks like I started working on her flesh in this particular area. And you can see on the bottom how I've gone back and put the details in the buildings in the background and pulled out the little details of tattoos on her skin. For me to just paint oil right on the board, it'd be very difficult. It's just very streaky. But by building up, I can invent in the paint and discover stuff in the paint and gradually get towards the finish.
With your just paint circle at the beginning, was that more changing your decision on the color? Or was that trying to build up the translucency?
Yeah, it's sort of, often I'll scrub in different layers of color because they slowly come through the painting, and what you're seeing is a lot of that warm of the underpainting coming through the purplish color, and it's creating another color. Those are sort of the happy accidents you hope for, little things that kind of happen that you would consciously plan. That's the finish. What's so funny? I put this up here to show that, as I mentioned, I paint from imagination, I paint from photos, whatever works. If it's an awkward position, just, the wonderful thing about digital cameras, you can just, throw yourself in there and work out some lighting and stuff. And the days before digital cameras, it was quite awkward because there was many occasions where, it would be me and my jockeys with a broomstick posing, and then I got to take it down to the photo man. and try not to explain, the guys were not making eye contact with me. I love digital cameras. I'm going to go through some quick ones here that show some concepts and the sketch and then into the painting. This is a type for a Conan commission. Here's the finish. And as you'll see, I actually do often a lot of discovery in the paint because I actually think this drawing is kind of off. His shoulders are a little too tight with the sides of his head and stuff. And when you see, you kind of work it out in the painting sometimes. Another Conan piece. This is pretty much a homage to Frazetta here. He's one of those things like Conan, are so iconic and have been done so well by the masters. It's very intimidating to do that subject matter. This is an Elric. Here's a drawing. This painting. In this case, what's really cool is I have this filter on Photoshop, and I put the sketch in, and I push one button, and it just puts it through the filter, and that's what comes out. Wouldn't that be nice? These are just some various concept pieces. I'm going to move right through these. Concept stage, tightening, sketch, finish.
So you don't often do color settings, you just kind of discover as you go?
I love love to not do color studies. I love to invent as much in the paint as I can because I just feel like I'm repeating myself if I do a real tight comp. Now, I often suffer because of that. I mean, you know, you can discover a lot of stuff by doing preliminary work, but it's more fun for me that way. But sometimes the opposite happens. You know, things happen that if you pre-plan too much wouldn't happen.